In a moment, I'll be guiding you into a wonderful experience of hypnosis. This audio is meant to be used only when you can close your eyes, relax, and fully immerse yourself into the empowering experience of hypnosis. Should you need to reawaken at any time, for any important reason, your unconscious mind will gently alert you. And as soon as you open your eyes, you'll reawaken, calmly and completely to a non-suggestible state. But for now, you are free to let go and follow me down the natural pathways within your mind and body to hypnosis, an exercise of the mind and body, imagination and feelings to create the changes you desire. If at any time your thinking mind should let go of me, that's okay. The unconscious mind is always listening anyway, always observing, processing, filtering, learning. And while you lie there listening to me, you are free to imagine any positive thought or imagery, allowing any empowering feeling or sensation, any of your own creation, to surface for you. And because you create them, you control them. You can breathe them into any part of your body and mind that you wish to. As I count from 10 down to 0, I invite you to roll the eyes up under the lids one time briefly for each count, where you may find this takes you deeper and deeper into the experience of hypnosis. 10. Closing the door to the outside world in a welcome and wonderful way that has a way of giving you even more peace and space to breathe and relax, relax and breathe. That door getting smaller and more distant with every exhale. That's right. Beginning the process of letting go. 9. Lingering thoughts, preoccupations, distractions of any kind you may find continue to drift from the mind. Intrusive or unnecessary thoughts, like bubbles or balloons, they seem to float on through, or perhaps they quietly pop. Your mind will decide what's right for you. 8. And as your mind becomes increasingly clear, quiet, and calm, you may find your body naturally feels more calm, comfortable, and relaxed. Where the mind goes, the body follows. It all begins and ends in your mind. 7. If at any time a completely unnecessary thought enters the mind, you've learned that you can let that thought move on through. Tell it, shh, I'm busy feeling relaxed. Coming back to the sound of my voice guiding you. Coming back to the calm, safe, comfortable feeling that you are building within you. And you can do this even when you are not in hypnosis too. 6. The better you feel, the deeper inwards you seem to drift and float and melt into the calm and comfort that you are creating. The common everyday sounds outside of your immediate space are curiously comforting and reassuring, yet equally unimportant and irrelevant. 5. As they are simply temporarily not your responsibility, or perhaps they never are, so you could ignore them completely, or allow them to guide you even more deeply into this good feeling that you are feeling. 4. An unwinding from within, from top to toe with every exhale as you just let go. That's right. letting go of any measure of lingering pressure, frustration, tension, or stress. With every exhale, an unwinding from within, down the spine, deeper and deeper now. 3. You are free to fully surrender your mind and body as deeply and completely as you would want to into the safety, the security, the stability of the surface underneath you in a way that would help you to continue to let go and drift deeper now and deeper. 2. Nothing more you need to do, nothing you need to try to make happen. You simply allow yourself to have this experience with a curious and open mind, trusting that powerful mind of yours to guide you in a gentle yet powerful way to precisely the level of hypnosis you would need to experience today to create the meaningful changes you desire, to strengthen and build upon all that you wish to be at the unconscious level. 1. You are becoming more at one with this wonderful feeling. Or perhaps you are someone who goes deeper into this wonderful feeling, a relaxation sensation of your own creation that allows you to fully accept the invitation to hypnosis. So that as you lie there listening to me, increasingly calmly, so peacefully, so deeply, exquisitely relaxed, you can further let go and float down through zero, deeper now, into the deep sleep of hypnosis. That's right. Deeper and deeper now. Just letting go into the most hypnotic, exquisite trance, a luxurious dance between mind and body, imagination and feelings, to create the changes within you that bring you the benefits and the value, the positive experiences and outcomes you desire. And I wonder if you might wonder how wonderful it would be to allow even your hypnotized to become hypnotized. How might you like this to be? How might you create it, to feel it? Notice the ways. You are the spiritual authority of your mind and body, and in every experience there is a moment of choice. You are a being of voice, choice, power, and authority over what you choose to hold on to and what you choose to let go of, living according to your own sense of morality and personal integrity. And as you breathe and relax and drift even more deeply, I'm curious if you might be curious how curious it would be to allow me to speak directly to that part of your mind that you may find has already become so open to positive thoughts and suggestions, to meaningful changes, so that as you listen so carefully to all that I say, you may find that you can and do absorb each positive thought, feeling, suggestion, and idea, and allow it to settle into the deeply meaningful center core of your unconscious mind, to weave itself into the very tapestry of your personality, to allow you to be the most strong, successful, the most grounded and healthy person you can be, mind, body, and spirit. I invite you to consider the word boundary. Most people consider a boundary something like a fence that divides land or property. Sometimes there are boundaries that divide countries, states, counties. Oftentimes people think that a boundary should be hard and fast like a wall, and at times this can be helpful and appropriate. And I invite you to consider that you have a psychic boundary, a psychological boundary that's not like a wall at all. It's more like a filter. The problem with making our psychological boundary hard and fast, like a wall, is that while it keeps those things and people and substances and habits and all that negative stuff out, it doesn't let the good stuff in. And all those things that we may still have inside of us that don't work the best for us don't have a way to filter out. So I invite you to consider that your psychological boundary is really a filter, perhaps like a screen on a window. It can keep all those things that would bug you or bother you out, while still allowing the cool or the warmth of the breeze to float on through, to refresh you, to calm you, to support you in any way you would want it to. A filter also allows you to let go of any negative thought or frustration or any irritation that you would want to. So I invite you to consider that your psychological boundary is some sort of filter. Now we're all born with a filter. It's called our skin. It keeps the magic and wonder of what it is to be a human being contained and safe within. It's a two-way process. It can release toxins and let go of all that it would need to, and also to absorb the rays of the sun to convert to nourishing energy for our brain, nervous system, and body. And what if your psychological boundary were like a second skin, or perhaps a form or shape that covers your entire body, an inch or 2 or 3 off of you? For others, it's like a sphere that completely encompasses you. In whatever way you choose to playfully imagine your psychological boundary to be today, just know it will be just right for you. And you can take a moment now to notice if you notice there are any places that are worn thin, any tiny holes or anything that needs repair. Just like your skin, your psychological boundary knows how to heal and repair itself from within. So with every inhale, imagine, sense, feel your boundary getting stronger and stronger, weaving together, becoming whole and complete, equally in all directions. And with every inhale, your boundary becomes absolutely, beautifully complete. And I invite you now with every exhale to breathe out and let go of any limiting beliefs, any doubtful thoughts. Just move them outside of your boundary. Old stories or narratives, old worries or fears, with every exhale, just move them beyond to the other side. Let them filter out. If there are any habits or behaviors or distractions that keep you from being who you want to be, you can choose to breathe, exhale, move those outside of your boundary. If there are any substances or devices or objects or anything that could keep you from using your time and your thoughts, your creativity, your productivity in the most successful way, you can move them outside of your boundary. If other people's criticisms or judgments, harsh words, if their voice or face have in any way landed inside of your boundary, you can exhale them out, breathe them out, move them beyond the boundary today, and notice how much more space there is within you. And a smile will let me know this feels good to do so. That's right. In fact, you can move to the other side of your boundary absolutely anything that you would want to. Any old memory or pattern or behavior or substance, any feeling, just move it out. Anything that is keeping you from living your life to its fullest, to its most positive potential, emotionally, physically, financially, socially, intimately, sexually. Whatever it is, just move it out. And your unconscious mind will now continue to release from you things that you had been holding within you that are limiting you in some way, of which you are consciously unaware, so that as you lie there, exhaling, just allowing this to happen. Ah, yes. Notice the relief. Somehow you just know that you are continuing to let go of all that you would need to further release you and allow you to become the you that you desire to be each and every day. Excellent. And now with every inhale, you may find that you can breathe in all of the positivity, the optimism, the hope, the confidence, the freedom to live authentically, according to your own sense of integrity and moral authority. You can breathe in positive thoughts and beliefs. Breathe in positive choices, habits, substances, and behaviors. Breathe all of this in and let it settle into the space inside of your boundary. Absolutely anything that you have ever wanted for yourself that is good and helpful, nurturing, and loving. Perhaps something you've never allowed yourself to embrace that can support you in living your life to its fullest, most abundant, most balanced and harmonious. Bring it inside of the boundary. That's right. Confidence, self-esteem, self-love, self-acceptance. Breathe it in. Kindness, compassion, strength, focus, determination. Breathe it all inside your boundary and allow it to settle into the space between the space. That's right. Fill yourself up with these wonderful ideas, associations, habits, behaviors, positive substances, empowering beliefs. And if there is something that you are working toward, that you are looking to accomplish and achieve, that is just outside of your boundary, breathe in the feeling as if it already exists, as if you're already experiencing the outcome, that it's already happened. Allow all your sensations to activate and acclimate to this wonderful feeling as you breathe it inside of you, so that it can become an impetus for the ever-growing positive choices, habits, actions, and behaviors you take to achieve this goal, to make this dream a reality. And your unconscious mind, with every inhale, will now breathe in things of which you are consciously unaware, that can and do support you and allow you to be the you that you choose to be each and every day, living more clearly, confidently, calmly, more determined and focused, more peaceful and present. That's right. And I invite you now to roll your eyes up onto the lids, And imagine that way up there is what some would call their higher self, their superconscious, or perhaps the soul mind. And if you could imagine it as a light, a beautiful light that shines upon you, and just breathe it in. Breathe all this unconditional love, acceptance, this wonderful energy. At every stage of learning and evolving and growing to be on your own personal journey of self-actualization. And what would it be like to allow this light to go into your cells, your muscles, your systems, your bones, and let it settle into all of the microscopic spaces inside this place, inside your boundary. And it's nice to know that this process is tied to your breathing, so that even when you are sleeping in natural sleep so deep at night, you are letting go of all that you would need to from the day or the week before you, and breathing in all that you would want to, need to, or like to support you, and waking each day with a more positive mental attitude, ready to meet the challenges of daily living more effectively, calmly, confidently, powerfully. And consequently, any time you feel you need to cleanse yourself from within, you can simply breathe and allow this natural filtering process to happen. And I invite you now to consider that all of those people out there, and all of those situations, and all of those habits, and all of those substances, and all of those distractions that are now outside of your boundary, you may find they simply no longer influence you in that old way. And you can smile at the way that you used to feel. And increasingly, how differently you're feeling each day. More empowered, more embodied, more confident and free to live life as you choose to be. And listen to me carefully as I say to you now that other people's negativity will now reside outside of your boundary. You can sympathize and empathize without having to internalize. You've released misplaced or misguided sense of responsibility or obligation for other people's irresponsibilities or emotional regulation. You are free now to be the curious, compassionate observer of their experience without having to become their experience. That's right. You can sympathize and empathize without having to internalize. And for now and forever, other people's judgments or criticisms, their rejections of what you think or say, why, it doesn't have anything to do with you. It's all about their own worries or fears, beliefs or insecurities, and so they forever reside outside of your boundary. They are always filtering through their own perceptions, their own personality, and so you are free. Going forward, you are free to feel the spectrum of human emotion without getting lost in any single emotion. You can ride them like the gentle waves on the surface of the ocean, always returning to the sea of serenity within, that is at the core, the center core of your boundary, to the place, the space inside of you of peace. And you may find that from time to time, you notice that you've experienced positive unintended benefits as a result of having truly connected with your boundary, to strengthen it, to cleanse it, and to clear. And very soon you will find that somewhere deep within your mind, there is this more balanced way of thinking and behaving and living and feeling that has just become so normal to you. It happens so naturally for you, and not simply because I suggest it to you while your mind is open and receptive to positive thought and suggestion. but also perhaps because you have already decided that this is what you want. Is it not? Excellent. And all of the positive changes you may find continue to take place within you as a result of the positive changes that have happened and become possible by you, for you, by using this process of hypnosis. You may find that it continues to strengthen within you each day, every day, for now and forever, to support you in all of the positive ways you would want them to, for now and forever. If it is time to drift into natural sleep, you'll let the sound of my voice drift and float and move to the back of your mind. As you may find, you let go into a drowsy, delicious, restful, natural sleep. Off you go. However, if it is time to awaken from the hypnotic sleep, your subconscious mind has been listening and will begin to gently awaken your conscious mind as I count from 1 to 5. Either way, you'll find that day by day, you allow only positive thoughts, suggestions, images, or inferences from any source, especially your own thinking mind, to reside inside of your boundary as they bring you the benefits, the advantages that you desire. 1. Slowly and calmly awakening now from the hypnotic sleep to a smile that begins to grow and glow within you. You can continue to set those hard boundaries outside of you should you need to, knowing that if they push back, that's all the proof you need that the boundary was necessary. 2. Coming back to me now, breathing and relaxing, awakening. 3. Knowing that you can increase your sense of confidence and trust in your ability to set those hard boundaries should you need to, and to maintain them. 4. Coming back now, feeling better than before, feeling better than better, feeling great. 5. Present and alert to a non-suggestible state. Alert and awake, back to the world around you, feeling calm, present, clear, and fully awake.